Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. All right, welcome back to the show. NBA Finals. Boston takes a 2-0 lead over the Mavericks. Series goes back to Dallas. I thought it was a good game.
Oh, of course. It was definitely a good game, man. Definitely a good game. But
yeah.
Just top to bottom, this is what I was talking about, the talent differential.
Mm-hmm.
Top to bottom, it's heavy in Boston's favor. So, you got Drew Holiday, who will come up and just give you 26 points out of nowhere.
Yep. Out of nowhere. And a great defender, too.
So. Yep, and next time it'll be Derek White,
Yep.
And if Porzingis probably gonna be out now, his little brittle ass.
That dude stays injured, man. He's just so injury prone.
I mean, he looks brittle when you look at him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying that he's proven that he is. He fell on the ground, got up, he started kind of walking. I said, "Oh no, he's hurt."
Yeah.
I was looking at him. I could tell he wasn't like he was halfway running.
I tell you what, if I'm him and they win the championship this year, he should just retire. Just call it a career, man. Got his chip. Get out of there, man. Because it just no sense of continuing to play when your body just keeps breaking down on you like this. I mean, this is all throughout his career. I think for the past, maybe 6-7 years that he's been in the league. I forget when he was drafted by the Knicks. But, yeah, just a brittle guy. But I think he gives them an advantage with his height at 7'3". So we'll see. We'll see how it happens.
Yeah, man, because I think that Kyrie, there might be an issue with Kyrie, man.
What you mean?
This is the big game, dog. You can't be playing, you can't be scoring 14 to 15 points. Okay, and you are a scorer. You are a primary scorer.
Yeah, 16.
Okay. Okay.
Don't cut that man short. He has 16 points. Luka working overtime, got 32.
16 whole points.
Whole points, yeah.
No, that ain't helping right there.
That ain't gonna cut it.
Other scorer on that team. There's nobody else taking shots from you at that point. It's Luka. I know Luka taking the shots, but after that, you ain't got no shot competition.
But I'm just saying, Luka ain't just taking shots. Luka had 32 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. This man is a one-man show out there. Yeah, he's doing it all, killing it.
Absolutely. He had like 15 points in the first quarter. I mean,
yeah, 23 at half.
Yeah, he started out blazing. But he needed supporting cast, man. And that was supposed to be Kyrie. And Kyrie just ain't doing it right now. He ain't looking nothing like what his potential is supposed to be.
Wow.
Like not even close.
Well, I mean, also they didn't get much of anything from their bench. I mean, Lively gave him 7 rebounds, but only 2 points.
That's what he do.
Yeah.
I think he's on like a little streak now, going like 15 or something like that from the field. His last 15 shots.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's impressive.
But he only shooting once or twice a game.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And it's probably just a dunk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're always dunks. They're always dunks.
But I mean, but still, I mean, the Mavs was in this game throughout, and they had a chance to cut it to 3 at the end on who was it? I think it was Washington. Washington was on a break, and to me, this was clearly a foul on the dunk.
Yeah,
he clearly hit his hand. It was hit nothing of the ball, and I'm like, yo, that was a bad call.
This whole series so far, the whistles, the rest have been holding the whistles, man. I mean, it's been several things like that. That's not the first like dunk that I saw get blocked. It was
a foul.
Yeah, and they didn't call it. That's not the first time I saw that, even in this series, the last 2 games.
Yeah.
So the referees are letting them play, man.
Yeah,
letting them play, and hence why it's been so many unders. So they are good. They have gone in 8 quarters, 7 unders. So hint, everybody out there, might be some money making opportunities out there.
Well, I mean, hey, the series could turn around because they're going to Dallas. You know, your role players play differently on the road. So
absolutely, and things being the way they are, I was shocked to see that Dallas is the favorite.
Mm.
They 1.5-point favorites, man.
At home, it makes sense. It makes sense because your role players play better.
Yeah, true, but it's just like from what you've seen, you know what I'm saying? The eyeball test say that that's amazing.
Right.
From what you see, but we saw different. We saw Minnesota go and whip up on Denver.
Right, but you have to ask yourself. Now, I told you who the X factor was that gives Boston the advantage, and that's Porzingis. Porzingis showed you in that first game, totally dominated, and he pretty much had a solid game. 23 minutes, 12 points. There was nobody on the court that could guard him, but as usual, he gets hurt. So that advantage may not be there for them in Dallas. So that could factor into with this,
I mean, I think it will somewhat because of the mismatch that he poses on the court.
Mm-hmm.
But he only played 21 and 23 minutes in those first two games. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a contribute, but it's not like he was dominant for the whole game. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he was dominant in that first game.
Oh, the first game he definitely was.
Yeah.
He was making 3-pointers. I mean, he was blocking shots. I think the quarter he scored like 12 points, had 3 blocks.
Right.
And 2 of those were 3-pointers.
And this is off the bench.
Yeah, off the bench.
Yeah,
off the bench because Warford started.
Yeah, the first game he had 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 blocks. So man. In just 20 minutes, he's dominating in minimum time.
And imagine he had most of that in the first quarter and the first half because he had 18 points at halftime.
Right. And that's crazy.
He got out on him. He didn't need to play him for the rest of the
right. They could rest him for the rest of the time, but
but then he still ended up getting hurt.
Yeah, I mean, with all of the weapons they already have, you put this guy, the 7'3" guy that can shoot threes, that's basically unguardable out there. The only thing that can stop him is injuries.
Yeah.
That gives them even more of an advantage. And with the fact that Tatum is not playing up to his standard, he just hasn't been shooting well.
So, but this is the problem that Dallas has. Once Luka and Irving come off the court, they can't score.
Got nothing. Yeah,
can't score. And Boston don't have that problem.
Right.
They can leave Derek White out there, still get some scoring. Right. You know what I'm saying? They can leave Drew Holiday out there, still get some scoring.
Yeah.
You know I'm saying?
Because keep in mind, Drew Holiday was one time a starter in this league.
Yeah.
He was the guy. Like,
they extended him. They gave him a nice contract.
Yeah. He was more than a role player when he was with the 76ers and with the Pelicans.
Yeah.
He was the star player for them. And they realized he's not a player you want to lean on that to carry a franchise. He's more of a role player.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Not if you're looking to win a championship, he can't be your guy.
Right.
And he fits right in. He fit right into the role when he was with Milwaukee, and he fits right in here in Boston. So
he just played third fiddle.
Yep.
Get when he gets it.
Yep.
They don't draw a lot of plays up for him or nothing.
Nope. I mean, we saw that in this last game, in game 2, man. He was coming off of picks wide open under the basket. I mean, he had a ton of points in the paint.
Yeah. Fast breaks, fast break transition point. Yeah. He was doing that the whole game. And Dallas doesn't have a person like that on their side.
Right. So I don't know. So what do you think happens when they go to Dallas?
I think pretty much the same because they can't match up size for size. Mm-hmm. Number one, I know Porzingis was a lot of that size at first, but even without Porzingis, I just don't think that they can match up size for size with Boston. And then also Boston has that advantage that when Tatum and Brown off the court, they still can get some points scored. Pritchard comes off the bench and gives them valuable minutes. When he comes in there, ain't a whole lot of time, but when he does, he gives them good minutes.
Right. But that's off and on. Sometimes he may have a decent game. Sometimes he doesn't. He becomes invisible.
It's when he's called on because he's not really needed, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But when he's called on, when they need him, he does put up,
Well, I mean, he gives them solid minutes, but I mean, he's
He's
not a guy
solid.
that can lead.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the last 2 games, I mean, he only scored 3 points in the last 2 games. He hasn't really done much of anything. Most of their bench points have come from Porzingis. So,
Right.
yeah, and if Porzingis can't play, then they have no bench. They have no support from the bench.
Yeah,
And,
not a lot.
yeah. So, but like you said, I mean, they got 4 players that they can lean on from Derek White, Drew Holiday, Tatum, and Brown. So they can rotate the 4 of them and still get some scoring. Like if Dallas takes Irvin and Luka out of the game, then who do they lean on?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it Jones? Is Jones someone you can lean on to carry your offense? I don't
Definitely
think so.
not. Definitely not.
Yeah, I don't think so. So Derek Jones, you got to keep one of the other Kyrie or Luka in the game in order to run your offense, and that's a problem for Dallas.
Yeah, nobody's afraid of Kleber, Lively, and Derrick Jones.
Right, right.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. He comes off.
Yeah. What happened to him, man?
Oh my God, he fell off, man. He's only playing like 6, 7, 8 man. He's playing from 5 to 8 minutes a game now.
Yeah,
Which
he
is
just totally
terrible.
disappeared.
Especially consider where they're at right now, and they need bench points.
Right.
I don't know if he's in a dog. Well, he got to be in a doghouse.
Gotta
Look
be.
at minutes. Look at his minutes, man. He's
Yeah. He didn't
somehow.
play last game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's been dwindling like over the last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going down and down. I mean, he used to at least play like about good
Oh,
15 to 17 minutes
during this season, but I mean in the
during the season.
past he was a
Oh
starter.
yeah, oh yeah. During the past, he was a key contributor. You know, but now that I think he's on his way out, man.
He could be.
They're phasing him out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Derrick Jones is pretty much taking his spot.
Yeah, he has.
But I mean, I'm looking at his stats. Let's see, I don't know if this is saying that he averages 14 points for the career, or is this 14 points this season?
No, it's probably for his career.
Maybe that's for his
career.
career.
He's turned into this 3-point specialist type of
Right.
thing. He's shooting threes. And now he just don't even score no points, period.
Wow.
He doesn't score. He doesn't do anything. Barely contributes.
Yeah, that
5, 8 minutes.
Yeah. He used to be a big contributor for this team, but I guess that's changed.
Man. And I really wonder what happened, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, new coach, so maybe, Jason Kidd just doesn't see him as a part of this scheme.
Yeah, very, very possible.
Yeah, yeah. So, oh well. Anyway, they don't have any help. I think Dallas gets one game in Dallas. I think the Porzingis thing and the fact that Tatum is not shooting well. I mean, other than that, he's still playing well. He's getting, get you 8 rebounds, still got you 12 assists. So he's still balling out, but he's not balling out to his standard. And I think that gives a window where Dallas can get a game, but at what cost? 45 minutes of Luka and Kyrie out there, giving it they all, killing themselves. All you're doing is just going to send this back to Boston and allow, the Celtics to clobber them because Luka and Kyrie are exhausted. I mean, hell, Luka's day to day. He shouldn't have even played last night.
Yeah. He's playing through it, but he's still producing. I mean, he's their main production.
Yeah. He's all they got. Well, I can't say they got Kyrie.
Yeah, he can't not play.
Yeah. But they were considering it. They were considering not playing him. Yeah. So, but I think this is going to catch up to him. He played 42 minutes last night, right? Yeah. He's likely to play, close to 48 one of these games. I'm sure game 4. If let's say the Celtics win game 3, then you got your must-win game 4 in Dallas. Yep. Luka's going to have to play every minute.
He's going to have to play.
Yeah, I have to play. And let's say they win game 4. Well, hell, game 5 is in Boston. He's going to be exhausted after giving it his all in game 4, and that's when they get clobbered.
Big time.
Yeah. So I still have Dallas getting a game. I got them winning in one game. I don't know if getting 2 wins, that's going to be a stretch. But they're going to get one of these games in Dallas, send this back to Boston, and then Boston finishes them off.
I mean, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds about right. Like I said, they're mounting up with injuries, especially if Luca is not 100%.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not gonna be good for them.
Yeah, that is not gonna be good, right? And apparently they got an answer for Kyrie because Kyrie's not putting up any gaudy numbers. He what had 16 points, so they're
Yeah,
kind of keeping him in check.
yeah. Drew Holiday was
Oh yeah,
has been checking him. He's been humble about it though. There's like, so what do you think when you're matching up with Kyrie? What do you do? He was like, I pray.
stop it, Drew. You're an elite
Yeah,
defender. We know you got to play. Stop it.
yeah. He
Yeah,
got he got the ball and chain on him right now though.
yeah. You shut. If Kyrie got 16 points, he's one of the most skilled uh, guards in this league. You
Hmm.
held him to 16 points. That's impressive.
Very.
Yeah. Don't give me this spray thing, man.
Yeah.
You got God given talent. Your parents already prayed and gave it to you to shut this guy down. So stop it. But
Hmm.
yeah, man. So what do you got happening?
Like you said, they're going to win one of these games. They're going to win one of these games, and I think the Celtics is going to finish it out when they go back to Boston.
Yeah,
I really don't see. I mean, I just the eye test from what I'm watching, it really just does not look they can match up to Boston.
they can.
So,
They can.
top to bottom, they just can't match it. Top heavy, yeah, they can. They right there, but after it passes Luca and Irvin and Kyrie, they really don't have anything for Boston.
That's true. That's true. And Derek White is shown to be a big time contributor for this team.
Oh
So
yeah, oh
yeah.
yeah.
So even if
That's another one. And anytime he can go off and
he
score
can
two.
go off, yeah, and he's solid from three. So
Yep. Yep.
and, I mean the fact that Harford only gave him 5 points. Well, hell, they had Porzingis coming off the bench to give him 12. So
Right.
when someone's not playing well, Tatum's not playing well. Well, Brown's playing well. You
Right.
know, White's playing well. Holiday's playing well. It all kind of levels out with this team. And I'll be honest with you, I really don't want the Celtics to win another damn championship. Tied in, them pulling up another banner. Like we just saw them in the finals. They won the finals when they had the big three with KG and Paul Pierce and all of that. It's just like, then it would go back to Larry Bird and all of that. It's like
Yeah.
the Celtics have dominated just like the Lakers. But I want to see Tatum and Brown get them a championship. They deserve. So
I would say so. Yeah, I can agree with that. I'm no Tatum hater, even though sometimes I feel like he plays butter soft.
he
Uh,
does. He does. But
yeah,
he
he's to have at least one. That's for
but
sure.
he gets the benefit of playing on a team with another elite player in Jaylen Brown,
Yeah.
where he can sit back and say, hey, go ahead, Jaylen, do your thing. I ain't got to work so hard. Where on the other side, he's looking at Luka do everything he can to keep his team in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Did you see the little rumor about how Tatum was talking about how Jason Kidd was trying to separate the team, try to separate them?
oh yeah. Saying that Brown is the best player on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't fall for it. They're like, yeah, thanks, Jason.
Right. Right.
But Tatum was like, I just want to win.
Right.
Yeah, that was good. Jason is slick, man.
Yeah, yes, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They're like, yeah, shit. If I was Brown, I'd mush damn Tatum in the face. I just shoot every time if I was him because he Tatum over there missing 3-pointers.
right. When Brown, he doing everything he could. He carrying the team.
Right, Brown come back. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wait a minute,
that's
where
right.
my money at?
That's right.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, they didn't take the bait. I mean, because I remember when Jason Kidd was the coach of the Nets, and I think it was like in the final minutes of the game, the Nets were out of timeouts, and he needed like a stoppage of play. So you can see him. I don't know if you remember this, but he had a drink in his hand, and he told the player to bump into me so he can drop the drink. It's all on camera. And the player bumps into him and he drops the drink and spills it all on the floor. So the cause stoppage in play.
What?
And so he can have a timeout to talk to his players. Dude, look it up. It is funny as hell. It's like, this dude here is slick.
That is pretty slick.
Yes, just to get a stoppage in place so he can talk to his players.
Wow.
But yeah, no, that's good gamemanship by Jason. So hopefully Jason Kidd can use some of that to motivate his team and his bench in Dallas, because they need to win desperately.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do. Big time.
yeah. So, but yeah, we'll see. But curious to know what you think about going back to the WNBA. So they picked the USA Olympic team, and they left your girl Caitlin Clark off.
Oh yeah.
I, I, I thought they would at least pulled her or Angel Reese on the team. You know, the token college kid like the '92 Dream Team did
Right.
with Kristen Leitner.
Right.
But I mean, look, I know people want to see her. It's about drawing eyes to the Olympics, but you know what? The Olympics gonna already have their fanfare. You don't need her there for that. They chose the best WNBA players, and they're on the team.
That's right.
Yeah, okay. She'll get over it.
And that's how it should be. She'll have years to be on many, many other teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I love what Magic Johnson said on the Jimmy Kimmel show. He basically said, look, that's how it is. He said when he came to the NBA, he said his own teammate knocked him in the head, hit him in the head with an elbow when he's trying to get a rebound. Because they get jealous because you coming in with all the attention.
Yeah, you got all that hype.
You got to earn their respect.
You ain't had no blood, sweat, and tears and all.
Right.
You can win yet.
Right, exactly. How the hell you gonna come in and take over this team when I've been running this team? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, and even Angel Reese, I saw a clip where she got elbowed. No, she got clipped. She got clipped as she was getting the rebound. She was lying on the floor as the team went down the other side of the court on a fast break. She got back up. She tried to grab another rebound, and the same girl, I think it's that clip I sent you where she runs her elbow across her face and slams her to the ground. Well, Lisa Andrew got the foul on that play. Yeah, but before that, she was fouled trying to get a rebound.
Yep.
Yeah,
I did see that.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's just how it is. They try to intimidate you. They try to see how strong you are, and if you hold in, you hang in there. Like even Jordan, right? Jordan was bullied by the Pistons and the Celtics.
Yep.
And he kept fighting, and what happened? He earned their respect over the years. So,
that's right.
Hey, that's how it is, And Magic said that's just what it is, and he suggested that Caitlin Clark reach out to Larry Bird. He lives in Indiana. He's from Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out to him, get some advice. You know what I mean? And he said, "Hell, call me, get some advice." So I would. Like, I want the whole not integration, but I want this relationship to be stronger between the NBA and WNBA. I want them to give each other advice on how to handle things, at least to make the WNBA appealing to watch. It's tough to watch, man.
Right. And I think they need to get their priorities a little bit straight, because I heard some numbers on that private jet and charter planes and stuff like that. I mean, you can't have an amenity that costs $25 million.
Right.
When the total WNBA salaries for the whole league is only $18 million.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just travel. I mean, come on now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the league runs a negative 12 million.
To negative 12 million every year.
Every year.
Been profitable ever.
That's what I keep telling people. I was like, you do know the NBA supplements them. Like,
NBA.
That salary to run that league is, I mean, the cost to run that league is a minimum veteran salary in the NBA.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It gives us something to talk about as far as the WNBA, and I appreciate that. I want to build it up. I love basketball, and I love it at all levels. So, hey, if they add another section of basketball with the WNBA, I say all good. It gives me something to watch, after the NBA finals ends.
Yeah, we'll see how much we can watch it because
I'm
that's
trying.
that's the problem. Actually watching it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my god, come on!
Right.
I gotta like keep reminding myself, okay, this WNBA, this all right. They're gonna have crazy passes like that
Right,
sometimes.
right, right, right.
You know,
Or
just
they
go
gonna
to no one standing there, and then
right, right, right.
you're like, what did you see? Like
They're missing wide open layups. It's like, ooh, come
open
on. You
layups.
don't. You shouldn't miss layups. Like you miss a layup in the NBA, you out of the league, yo.
Right.
Those are gimmies.
Those are gimmies.
Yeah, you can't miss layups. So that's my only thing.
Yeah, and the tallest person in the league can barely jump. You know, she can barely
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy.
Now I can watch the Olympic team because it's the best of the best, and I think it's more of a talent pool problem that they had.
Oh
Like
yeah,
like
yeah,
I wouldn't even say half the league. I'll say about a quarter of the league are actually good basketball players.
right.
You know, and the other portion of the league, like they shouldn't be playing straight
Mm-hmm.
up. They shouldn't be playing on a pro level because they're not there.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but we'll see.
Absolutely. They the from the top to the bottom, it's not competitive.
It's not. It's not. And I think 12 teams and they getting ready to expand. It's probably too many.
It might
It,
be.
it probably should just have like 8.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with that.
The talent is not. I mean, Deanna Taurasi is 40 something years old, still playing. She's playing in
Mhm.
a 6 Olympics.
Wow.
She's been playing in the WNBA for 20 years, over 20 years. Because she
Mm.
first played in the Olympics in 2004. And now we're in
Wow.
2024.
Jeez.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's insane, right?
That's insane.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that tells you the talent level, because she's very talented. She was like my first the first player that I really liked in the WNBA. I can't say the first player, but she was one of
Mhm.
my favorite players.
Okay.
Yeah, and but you can see she's lost a step, but she's still one of the best in the league. So
Mm. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens over the next year too. Like you said, they dropped the ball on the hype train they had going.
right,
You
right. To me, I mean, the fever or what, the 3-7 or something ridiculous. Man, let Caitlin shoot that joint from 3 like she's Steph Curry. Let her shoot it from half court. Let her do a shimmy. Like
Oh, you see some of
entertain
her
us.
stuff. She has been shooting the long
Oh
joint. She
yeah. Not
so
enough. Not enough. Like to me, the volume of 3-point shots should be higher for her. Like
mm,
her best game, I think she shot 12 or 13. They allowed her to shoot 12, 13 of them against the Mystic.
mm-hmm.
And she hit like 7 of them. So it was one of her better games. She had 30 points in that game. To me, she should be taking the majority of those shots because nobody else deserves those shots out there. Like I would be running double screens. Like there's no way she should have the ball in her hand. She should be more like a shooting guard and running off of screens, catching that joint and shooting.
Right. She is like they were she was the number one pick for a reason because they were a bad team.
Right,
She
right, right. You're absolutely right. So
should be coming in being one of the best players on the team.
right, right. What she is. But you can see that the whole jealousy thing and
Mm-hmm.
not giving her the ball. And you can see
Yeah.
the coaches holding her back. So, just little things like that. It's like I'm looking at this coach. I'm like, don't be Mark Jackson. Don't be Mark Jackson. Don't hold your team back. Don't be satisfied with making a second round of the playoffs and making a trade for, oh shoot, what was the guy's name? The big center from Milwaukee. Forgot his name that went to the Warriors.
Lopez. Oh,
No,
you
not
said
Lopez.
Warriors.
They went to the Warriors and they won a championship with him. And I felt like Mark Jackson trying to, have him post up and all this stuff. Like, man, run screens for Steph and Clay. And that's what they started doing. The dude was one of the best screen setters out there. And that's what he needed to be doing. He doesn't need to score.
Right.
So, all right, man. Let's go and wrap this thing up. Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Holla.